to an FBI warning about a criminal network targeting kids at home. ABC News joined with some of our owned and affiliate stations across the country to investigate the threat. Chief Justice Correspondent Pierre Thomas is here with what they found. Good morning, Pierre.
George, good morning. The FBI is warning that this new network has a potential national security implication, but also in case after case, directly reaching into American homes, targeting teens and their families. Its name, 764.
764.
Hello. I have placed 2 explosives inside of Rockville High School, okay? And if they fail to detonate, I'm just going to shoot every kid I see, okay?
This call was a hoax, but part of a series of nightmare threats terrorizing Vernon, Connecticut. Investigators determining the threats came from overseas, but with the help of a teenage girl living right in town.
He was doing these threats with her knowledge and with some of her input.
Both of them involved in a shadowy online global network called 764, which wants governments toppled and the world in chaos, but which also targets kids on social media and gaming platforms, befriending them before demanding violent and sexual content from them.
They will encourage them sometimes to commit suicide. They will encourage them to do cutting. They will encourage them to harm their pets.
They're using basically psychological warfare on children.
That's right. They gain the trust, and then they continue to build that trust to the point where they have power and the ability to blackmail the child, basically.
The girl thought the hoaxer was her boyfriend, and he convinced her to share pornography and create 764-related content, like this Barbie doll with the group's name written on its forehead.
You thought your boyfriend called you and said, yo, take one of your Barbie dolls and write 764 on it and send me some titty pics. That's wild.
It was very difficult to process.
I wanted to scream, not my child.
ABC News agreed to alter the faces and voices of the parents of the teenage girl.
Before it started, she was a child who was on the honor roll. She had a lot of friends, and then slowly that started to change.
When the girl began to resist demands, her family says extortion and threats against her ramped up.
Do we consider her a victim or a participant?
Depending on who you ask, the answer may be different.
So you sometimes have victims who then become subjects themselves because they start to go out and perpetrate acts on behalf of the individual who victimized them.
The FBI tells ABC News in an exclusive interview that
wouldn't that still be a victim, kind of like Stockholm Syndrome or something? Are they being forced to?
It has more than 250 open investigations tied to the 764 network, reaching all 55 field offices across the nation. Nearly a dozen others have already been charged, including a young Arkansas man seen here being arrested on unrelated charges.
Man, this guy's got some weird stuff in his car, bro.
But now pleading guilty to plotting to murder a 14-year-old girl in a separate case when she stopped complying with his demands. Back in Connecticut, the parents of that
Wait. Okay, so he's not part of the 764 network, but they saying it's still, they just giving you an example?
Teenage girl, hoping that what happened to her family can be a cautionary tale for others.
If we can help just one family, then it's worth it.
Boy, Pierre, this is such a chilling story right there. So is this name 764 a clue to their motivations?
Well, the origins are in Texas. A 15-year-old boy who lives in an area code with a zip code that begins with 764 helped launch the network. And George, this group is about pain. This group is about terror. It's about bringing about harm to people. There does not seem to be any kind of financial motive that we can see.
And Pierre, interesting what you asked about whether they're victims or participants. This young girl you profiled here, where is she now? How is she doing?
Well, she was arrested and she's making her way through the judicial process. She's cooperating with police. Her parents hope that through the cooperation she can get her life back and not have her future destroyed. She's in therapy, making her way back, but not fully back.
So what does law enforcement, what do they want parents to know?
At the end of the day, you have to engage with your children. Keep communicating with them. Know what platforms they're using. And if you see anything suspicious, report it to police.
And then that shit. I think that young girl is a victim. That's like if you blackmail somebody and you better go out and do this, and they go out and do it, aren't they still a victim? But I guess depending on what they do. If they go out and shoot somebody else, they probably gonna get arrested because they ain't come to the FBI and tell, like they took matters into your own hand, I guess. I don't know. But I guess that guy was gonna actually kill that fucking little girl that stopped complying with him.
Man seen here being arrested on unrelated charges.
Man, this guy's got some weird stuff in his car, bro.
But now pleading guilty to plotting to murder a 14-year-old girl in a separate case when she...
So he like, do this, and the girl do it. And then the moment she don't, he like, I'm going to kill you. You think that he wouldn't really do it. Like what the fuck is that going to do for you? Like, now you got a murder charge. She stopped doing what you're doing. Just move on to somebody else then. Like, unless he going to like tape it and shit and then like, look what I did to this girl. You see what I did to her and she ain't listen? But if you like, okay, well, I'm a man of my word. I fucking said I'm going to kill you if you don't do it. So I got to go kill you. Then he's just a mass murderer at that point. Like, that's crazy.
Stop.
Let me know what y'all think about this. Let me know what y'all think about this one, Cave Dweller, because that shit is crazy. He's just sitting there. He pled guilty, too. He had the bags and everything back there ready to go murder a fucking 14-year-old girl.
Got some weird stuff in his car, bro.
But now...
Just like, what's that, like trash bags, duct tape or some shit, like saran wraps? I don't know. But this 764 network, I feel like some of these kids feel like everything's a game. Like, they like, oh, murder and destruction. They might be feeling like they playing a James Bond victim, but I guess it's still causing pain, so it's still illegal. They're still really doing something. They still really calling in threats to schools. That's crazy. Let me know what y'all think, Cave Dwellers. Like, share, subscribe. The world's a crazy place, and there's a lot of crazy people in it.